Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Saturday. It is the 31st of December, 2022. Gonna look at the 8th race from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Final day of 2022. Let's go out with a bang here with this good 8th race. It is the Queens County Stakes. It's going for a $150,000 purse, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 11 horses taking a stroll around the Aqueduct main track, which is 1,800 meters in circumference, or the mile and 1/8 trip on the Aqueduct main track. 1,800 meters, a mile and 1/8 here in the Queens County. Race used to be always run at a mile 3:16 years ago. Hopefully next year they could increase the distance, because I always thought that was a really unique distance, and always a fun race to. And this race has always been a fun race to look at. And this year with an 11 horse field, it's kind of cool. I'm gonna take the 10 horse Unbridled Bomber as a top selection. Let's go 10-7-2-5 in the superfecta. 10-7-2-5 super top selection. 10 horse Unbridled Bomber. 3-year-old colt by Upstart. James Ryerson trains one. Dylan Davis, who's probably going to be the Naira jockey of the year, gets to mount. The horse's most recent outing came 12th of November at Aqueduct. Actually, mile 3/16 on the main track, an optional 6-2 claimer. The horse won by 4 3/4 lengths. He was very wide throughout, but he sat back early. He slowly circled the field, and he got the job done clear. I thought it was a very good race over the longer trip. Cutting back to a mile and 1/8 today, stepping up in class, but not the world's toughest race. I think he could get a good trip, and I think he could win here today. Two back on the 29th of September at Aqueduct, a mile and 1/8 in an allowance race, 105,000. He won by 4 3/4 lengths that day, and again, he was a little bit wide, but he sat back early, and he circled the field late. Another very good race, 2 for 2 most recently here at Aqueduct. And then at Saratoga, nothing went right. A mile and 1/8 in an allowance race, 115,000 on the 18th of August. He finished 4th by 14 3/4 lengths that day. He was wide around both turns, and he just didn't get the turn of foot. It wasn't his day to win, unfortunately. And then at Belmont, 1 mile in the Dwyer, he finished 4th by 25 1/4 lengths that day, and just had nothing. No Lasix, just against tougher horses. He didn't really show up there. Coming here, not the world's toughest race, training well at Belmont. I'm going to give him a shot at 5-1. I think your second likeliest winner is a 7 horse here, Thomas Shelby for Jose Lezcano and David Jacobson. 8-1 most recently, the Richard Small at Laurel over the mile and 1/8 on the 26th of November. He finished 4th by 5 lengths that day. He was dueling on the front end, maybe a little bit too fast to the 8th. He kind of hit the wall late. If he could slow it down, he could definitely win here. Before that at Parks, he was just stupidly wide and had a very troubled trip into the first turn. But before that, the victory at Monmouth, going a mile 16th and optional 100, winning by 4 1/4 lengths. He got the job going away. I thought that was a very good race. He has the speed to win. He has the hidden ability from some of his races last year. The buyers that he posted at Oakland could definitely win against these horses. Could be forwardly paced. At 8-1, we'll use him in a late pick 4. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Aqueduct, it is the Queens County. Let's take the 10 horse Unbridled Bomber as a top selection. Give kudos to the 7 horse Thomas Shelby. 10-7-2-5 super. 10-7 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.